All right, guys, just going to do, I don't know, 200 or 300 push-ups here and do some core work. And before he gets started, I want to show you something because we've caught a little bit of recent hell, for lack of a better word, really not hell because it doesn't really mean anything because it's online. But look here, we've had people that have been on our channel, subscribers and watchers for over 2 years, and have no idea that this is where we stand. We stand for this, and we vote this way. And it's beyond me that somebody would go on folks' channels when they are not even talking political, but just because of a t-shirt, on an exercise video of a 16-year-old and his dad, which his dad's an old man. I'm probably old enough. If you're in your 40s, I could be your daddy or granddaddy possibly. And it's beyond me that these weirdos on the left are so weird that they get into giving us hell here because of our political leanings. It's just some ruined people. And it's because they do not believe in freedom, decency, or goodness. They believe in darkness, corruption, and control over us all, irrespective of our colors or our religions. I do want to say something before we get started very quickly, and that is I was talking to my black and white brothers and sisters in the U.S. My loyalty lays with any color of anyone in the U.S. I want to get that out of the way. Irrespective of your color, your nationality, or whatever you are, if you're a U.S. citizen, you should be my brother. You should be my sister. You should be my father. Whether you're American Indian, from Latino heritage, which is mixed Spanish and English, or mixed black and Spanish or Indian, you're still my brother as long as you love our country. So I want to get that out of the way. Now, Joe's going to do about 200 or 300 push-ups here. He's been in the gym this week, which really was yesterday. Today's Tuesday. We were up at the gym Saturday, weren't you? We didn't go this Saturday. It's last Saturday. So he's had a couple of days off here. He does so much work, it's hard for me to keep up with it all. But he's going to work from home here, and we're going to do this. And then he's going to end up doing some pad work in a little while and reflex cobra bag work. And of course, you didn't do jump roping to start out, so we'll do jump roping to finish up. You just missed it now because we started the video. All right, you ready? You gonna do all the push-ups first, or you gonna? All right, you're gonna do the whole cycle. Okay. Make sure here I've got him. Yeah, this will be good. And sorry for that long introduction. I know I go around the block 25 times to get to the point, which is usually in the front yard or backyard. But we've really caught hell that we had some Trump t-shirts on the other day. We had a full day yesterday. Joe did a lot of heavy bag work and other drills, and got on the squat machine and damn near did 300 reps on that thing with some very, very heavy weight. And of course, yesterday was his first day of starting school back. He's on a different schedule because he was on the Colombian schedule. And when I started him at Pensacola Christian Academy online, that he does completely online while we're overseas here, he had to start between their school year here in South America, and their summers are during the holidays, Christmas and such, New Year's. Joe, I'd do leg lifts. You want me to? Well, skip it from this thing. All right. Well, just take your time. You can take a little break here too if you want to. So this has been really hard. Joe did a lot of work yesterday, and it was a grueling day. So the second day here, he's trying to get back into the scheme of things with school. And we took a full 3 months off of school, and that was the longest vacation, schooling vacation he's ever had. Back when I was a boy, we took a full 3 months. I believe it's like 2.5 months typically now. And we had some kids that didn't get back into school till at the end of October, the first week of November. Why, might you ask? I come from a southern state, and there were family farms all over the place. And if you worked a family farm and it was necessary to have the kids at the house, your kids got to start school a little later, and they got to finish school a little earlier because so they could help with their family business. There's a lot of common sense going on back then. Way different time. And people were a lot better off in many, many ways when I was a kid. Families stuck together and things like that. Today is just a different world, different time frame. Just very, very offendful world compared to the world I grew up in. So Joe's been very, very, I can just tell by looking at him, he hasn't been complaining, but I can tell he's very, 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 very tired right now. It's probably going to take through to the end of the week for him to get back into his normal pattern. But yesterday, he was dead on it. He was really, really working hard. Where'd this bread tie come from? Okay, so I don't know if I got those exactly where you wanted them, but they're closer. If you're going to get in the fighting game, boxing, MMA, bare knuckle, and I'm leaving some sports out here, but you really you got to be in shape. And above and beyond the work that we show you here is just thousands and thousands of different types of drills in a week's time. Uh, Footwork, punching work, just all sorts of stuff. The dedication that you have to possess is almost endless. Is a green drink. I forget the name of it, but it really oxygenates your system. It's a energy drink, but it's very, very natural. As a matter of fact, it's 100% natural. And we have ran out of that, and Joe's been doing some tea. He actually did something we don't normally do. He did a monster drink a couple of times last week. No, you did a monster drink yesterday, didn't you? But it was after the workout. No, so after this school. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't really like those drinks, the Red Bulls or the Monsters and things like that. But this green drink that he had green coffee bean in it, green tea, green tea extracts. It was very, very clean drink. It had spirulina type stuff in it. It's where it really oxygenates your system, so you get a more natural caffeine type boost, and then you also get the oxygenation behind it. Heart doesn't speed up. Yeah, and your heart doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't speed up. And you don't want to be on anything that's not natural. We used to drink black tea. We didn't even, when I was younger, nobody was even mentioning green tea. And you only had the 1 cup before a workout. You either had that or a cup of coffee. And you get up in the morning, they would say, no, because you didn't want to be used to it. You get the 1 cup before a workout when you needed it. And boy, that caffeine in that coffee or black tea would really pep you as a young guy. I kind of worry about, I don't really like Joe taking these energy drinks and of any variety, really, but that green drink was really, really good and all natural. And I need to find it again and try to get it for Joe, because I know he could use some pep today. And after school, Joe gets to do his school from 7 till about 12 or so. Then he'll eat a big meal, which is almost a carnivore-ish type diet with spaghetti meals a couple of times a week, but predominantly just chock full of meat and chicken. He eats about 6 to 8 eggs of the mornings. He gets a lot of protein in him, and he does a protein shake after workouts as well. And I let him take creatine, and creatine is one of the most already studied things for decade after decade that we know we can trust. I don't like artificial things going into his body. There are factors with the DNA and all sorts of things that in the makeup of who you are and your personality that even a cup of coffee could be dangerous to some people if they have an addictive personality. And I really just, if you get to where you have to have something for energy and you've just got to have it, then you're on the wrong, you're thinking wrong. And Joe, it's beyond me how you can sit and do squats and things like that and barely break breath at it, but you get down and do some sit-ups here and it just breathes you, it breaths you.
Yeah.
That's very, well, no, that's kind of normal, but that seems to be the only thing that gets you breathing real hard. Yeah, here you'll breathe when you're doing sprints and core work, and that's about it. And if you're out here and you're just jogging, you run a mile or two and you come back and it's a little bit of breath, but nothing really labored. Oh, and I got a question yesterday from someone asking us, the gentleman, and he's a guy we love a lot, was asking, does Joe throw predominantly hooks on the heavy bag or in reel because of his style, or what was up with that? And I replied, so to speak, but I want to clarify that a little bit. A lot of it has to do with his style of fight. For example, you never really saw Joe Frazier standing straight up and giving 1-2s. And so the styles has something to do with it. However, I choose to put video segments up where Joe's throwing hooks because his hooks are vicious. From his right to his left is equally as vicious. We've got on these punch machines and it equals out on whatever these machines are saying. And so these hooks are devastating, so I choose to show those. So I just wanted you guys to know that. But Joe works on his jab a whole lot. We don't do a lot of jab right cross like a lot of people do today and have done in the history of boxing. Joe's more of an inside type fighter. Of course, when you see him in these videos we've put up where he's beat to sparring, he's having to hold back a lot. So he don't really get on the inside and just drive people back typically, because he'd have to kill somebody if he did. And we have trouble constantly getting sparring partners anyway. Sparring partners generally last about, well, they don't even last 2 days. They last really a day, and then they don't come back. I don't know where Joe got the 2 days from, but generally, well, I know where he got it from. Some of the guys, he's went extremely light on. Then when they do spar again, he'll up it just a tad, and then they don't come back. So is that what's going on? All right, what's going on now?
Day 1 you spar. Day 2, I'll come back on Sundays. Day 2.
Well, yeah, you're just being funny here. It's not real. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that Joe's being funny with me about it with this here, but actually they last 1 day and don't come back. A couple of people have come back if Joe stepped it up a little, but Joe, even with his trying to throw an easy jab, has a heavy punch, and it really that's something that's hard to pick up on, even if you were going from 8mm to movie grade millimeter film, which would be 12mm, or video, that you just don't, it doesn't pick up in moving picture form or single picture form. But you can sure feel it. And Joe's got a very, very heavy punch. And so anyway, I got in the long drawn out here. How many push-ups do you have? He's got 170 right now. How many go rounds of sit-ups have you got? 3? I'd do one more of those and then finish up with push-ups, and then we'll move on.
I'm just not trying to make the video too long, so do more push-ups and sit-ups.
Okay. Now, I'd finish here. I wouldn't be doing sit-ups after this set. Just go ahead and finish out with some push-ups so we can move along. So what we show you is not all that exciting, but it's what we do, and it's what's necessary. It's the work that is not exciting that we typically do show, and we try to keep close to the vest other things we do. I really don't want to show everybody all the drills and things that we do, and I have shown a lot in the past that I don't show no more. But if you go back and you start looking in past videos, you'll see a lot more of some of the things that we do. And a lot of these things we do, you will not see in a boxing gym today. And then that's Joe's biggest strength right now, is he does a lot of things that a lot of guys don't do no more. And unless you were boxing in the 90s or before, chances are, and really the 80s or before, maybe even 70s or before, chances are you won't even know what he's doing, and you won't know why he's doing what he's doing. So I encourage you to go back and just start looking at some of the things that he does do, or that we have put up, but I'm not going to continue to put everything up that we're doing. Guys today, they'll put up everything they're doing and then they'll gripe like an old school guy. Oh, we had a sneak in our training camp. Why do you need a sneak in training camps today when you see they put online everything that they do? Not all of them, but many of them. And it used to be when the guy was in training camp, boy, they would seal that place up very, very good. And all you would see was about what you see here and not much of it. They wouldn't show you the extent of the day. Even when we came out with beta recorders and VHS recorders, people weren't videoing much at all of what they did. You'd see some push-ups, some sit-ups, some very light playing around, sparring or heavy bag work, and that would be about it. Now, a lot of people have said, well, you guys do the reflex bag. That's not old school, and I tell folks all the time that's very old school. So how many do you have right now?
210.
210. We're going to keep going till you get 250. So we are, the reflex bag has been around. It's been around so long, most guys didn't use it back in my day because they thought it was an obsolete piece of equipment. But these spring bags have been around, that were on floor bases, have been around since the 1910s. I'm going to let Joe complete 250 here. He's going to continue and we're going to stop the video because he's saying, oh, this is going to take forever to load, and it will. That you've got to work and you got to push yourself, and you got to push yourself on the days that you're not feeling so chipper, the days that you're feeling that you've done more during the day, and it comes to workout time. Is that what's going to I'm going to sacrifice? And no, it's not. You don't really need to be sacrificing anything. How much do you have, Joe?
I need to do 15 more.
15 more. When you get those 15, Joe will have 250 push-ups. And we're going to move along. This is going to be about a 30-minute video, so it's going to take a while for us to download it. And this is an easy day, folks. Keep that in mind. This is not a difficult thing that you're seeing here. And Joe, as a matter of fact, once you get these 250, we're going to stop a little bit and give me 50 more and get to 300. You won't see it, but he's going to have 300 push-ups today. You got them? All right, we love you guys. Sorry for the yapping at the beginning, but it got kind of attacked for having Trump shirts on. Everybody ought to know where we stand on that. Much love to you, and remember, I want to tell you, Christ is King, Lord, and Savior up in this house, and we love y'all, and we hope He is in your house too. Hope everybody has a great week.